Hello guys, welcome back to Nightly, and today I'm gonna continue playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I played it a bit earlier, but the frame rate just was not in my favor, and I paused it. I'll actually be right back, 1 second. I'm sorry, it's someone that wanted me to send them the link to my stream whenever I had started, so I need to get on Twitch, get my own stream link, and send it to them. Man, this is bright, isn't it? Hopefully, I'm bringing the brightness on my screen down. Hopefully that doesn't affect the stream. No frame drops yet, which I'm kind of happy about. Okay, sorry for the slow start. Last time we had just joined the literature club, and it was going pretty well. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. And yes, I give them voices. I think it enhances the experience. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I should have said one's self. And whatever. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, it can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yes, I got the voice from Game Grumps. I have slow frames. Very little, but slow frames. Oh yeah, everyone will be at work at this time. So the internet should be really nice right about now. I might be streaming more than I originally thought. Now that I look at what the internet will be like. Awesome. One sec. Sorry. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other, and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Blake? You know, I just found, and then now the frame drops. God damn it. I just found gum on the bottom of my desk. And it's dried. And this is a desk that I've had since I moved into the dorm about like 8 months ago. That's weird. I can watch the frame dropping right now. Weird how it's jumping numbers, like not going up. Whatever. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... like... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision? I accidentally tapped my screen. Damn. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. This game makes me feel really uncomfortable from the beginning. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. God, kill me. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. One second. Sorry, I had to answer an email. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcake. If you really just came to the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Seeing them use the word pissed in this game is weird. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more, her eyes glitching. Blake, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I believe I'm a good writer. I have been writing for a very long time, and if I get popular enough, I'd love to read my writing off to you guys, but they're nothing special. So, yeah. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. I'm also moderating from my phone. Hey Blake, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Gourd fortune. Yes, gourd fortune. I fucking love gourd fortune. The fortune of the gourd. If I had a pumpkin, it'd be a lot funnier. Are those considered gourds? Yeah. Those are gourds. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, we're on to the final break. No frame drops since before, and it's fine. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. We all know it's just gonna get I'm trying to get it like being Yuri. Oh wait, you guys can see my marker for once finally. Awesome. Aura. Universe. Society. Wonderful. Damn it. Agonizing. Socks. Oh, nightgown. Damn it. Philosophy. Tragedy. Damn it. Misery. Crap. Yes. Inferno. Shame. That's not good. Melody. Dang it. Dazzle. Unrequited. Crap. Dang it. Because Yuri's my favorite. Yuri is my favorite character in this. So, I was trying to do that. Hi again, Blake. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. I'll do that next week. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Blake. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack.
Sayori told me you don't even want to join any club this year. You didn't even want to join any club this year. God dang it.
And last year, too.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Mangaka! Mangaka!
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Get wrecked, bitch. Don't worry, guys. Blake always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. I wish that was true in real life. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Blake can become good friends too? How come? You and Blake can become good friends too? Sayori? Hmm. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. All I can imagine is her with the voice from, like, Game Grumps, the, no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. What is it? Never mind. Story made it sound like a big deal, when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. But any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? This game makes me feel weird. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yeah, that's what was just said. Is my character dumb? Does he need redundancy, like, always? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sue and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Yes, but at the same time, I would feel bad distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks to be the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this. So, that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. No, of course not. Not because I gave it to you. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. Like any normal person, I've accidentally picked up and bought 2 of the same copy of this book. Coincidentally, there's this person I want to give it to. How? What a great coincidence. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? Excuse me, sorry. What's it about anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ha 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 ha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Blake? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Oh wait, I need to do something real quick. I need to go to my streaming settings. I need to make this basically adult stream. Sorry, I'm using the TV right behind my thing for okay. I don't know if I'm looking at the terms of service and the mature content. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go ahead and you know, um, do the part where she goes all Chucky on herself, but I will try. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm so sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. I do that all the time in real life. I'm not kidding. I let video games or stuff fill my thoughts and I just say what first comes to mind. And I get into a lot of trouble for it. It's kind of bad. I've almost been fired for it. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. Sorry, I'm getting replies on an email. Literature club. It's a literature club after all. Ah. That's... Well, that's true. And in the next few streams, I'll make sure to stay off my phone and stuff. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Who uses the word apprehensive in, like, normal day? I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad feeling, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah? Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? Isn't the whole thing is that she, like... There's a whole MatPat theory. And I'm not going to get into it, but, like, that Yuri's actually the main character of this game. That she's the one causing all the psychological shit. How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're, excuse me, kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Blake, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit more, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I bit the crap out of my lip earlier. That's been bugging me. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Then I slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. Yeah, me too. I had to do my acting thing today, and they said it was good, but it needed a lot of work. And I'm okay with that. It's just, I thought I could do better. But I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can really see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. What did I write it on? First, I chose Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. In every game like this, you choose a favorite and you go. For some reason, in my games, it's always dark hair. Like, the first path I did was this one dark-haired girl who tried to stab me in, the Grisaya trilogy. That was my first route. But they said to do hers last, and I didn't realize that. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then it ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. See, I suck at poetry. I've had the hardest time in poetry. And I'm dreading having to write this essay about romantic poetry, but it's not due until the 2nd of March, so I'm avoiding it. I shouldn't be. This is my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Wow, I can... as you get older, you see through bullshit. You see through bullcrap, so... And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things, which is what I'm doing with streaming. And I think it's going pretty well, even though I get no views. I have one viewer, and it's myself. Because I'm either not attractive or not entertaining. I'm not going to be a Twitch thought, I swear to God. No Pokemains. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Smiles dreamily, and as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I can't read cursive, and tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I mean, personally, I can't read cursive. I really can't. I had the hardest trouble figuring out what that meant. But it took you a long time. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Okay, it's cold here. I'm grabbing my blanket. Dang it, I was sitting on it. Now I look short. Motherfucking. This chair is dumb. I need to bring in my gaming chair. I need to get better lights, though. Since it's something more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into Ghost Alert, Yuri? Woohoo. Was it haha or something? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Blake. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Blake. I had an ex tell me that once, then she cheated on me. Ah, me too. Let's go with Monica. Hi, Blake. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want you to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Blake. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? You know, their skirts look like turbine engines. Like the blades on turbines. Has anybody else seen that meme? Because I have seen that a lot. But, but it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Blake. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ah ha ha ha. That's not very fair. Wait, did I? History. Oh, I read Monica's stuff as I read my stuff as Monica's. My mistake. Ahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Monica EXE has stopped working. I shouldn't have laughed like that. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. I said that already, didn't I? Damn. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Monica. I need to get back on Twitch from my phone. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. Even though I cannot sound confident, 'cause I am Monica. Just Monica. Only Monica. Just Monica. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, that's... What the? Something happened to my thing. I'm gonna have to exit out of this and I will get back into it. I am so sorry. How do I save? I'm gonna just save here. And I will get out of this and I will be right back. Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. The game, for some reason, just glitched on me. I don't understand what happened. So, what do you think? To be honest, I don't know. I didn't get to read it. The game glitched, and I just didn't... It's very freeform. It's very freeform, if that's what you'll call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ah ha 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 ha. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Writing tip number 1. Don't question Monica when she tells you how to write. Humans do not question AI. I'm trying to make this funny, and I'm failing, which probably makes it funny to you guys. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. You can move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thank you for tuning in to Monica 101. Thanks for listening. So, I guess that? I have no idea. Natsuki, get it over with. Jesus. What? Why do I want your little shrimp?
Well, that's about when I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. But basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Wait, so basically it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
It's turning into Monica and I hate it.
Not that you like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, Bridgets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's not poetry. I think that's just stating stuff. I don't think that's poetry. Yeah.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it. No, I don't. It's dumb.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so
convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Is that supposed to happen?
But people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of the poem for people to express themselves? Your writing
style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Okay, now I'm just freaked out. I don't like this now.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, good. I don't like this now. So, was the mess up earlier just... Was that the game messing with me purposefully, or was it an actual mess up? I'm actually kind of scared now. I like when it's easy to
read, but it hits yourself. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. But I decide to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple frickin' goddamn trigger fingers. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Okay, good.
Surprise, Monica can fuck with your frame rate.
Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line.
So you did, I guess, more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. Sorry, I'm still freaked out. Because it just, like, fixed itself, and I don't like it. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And it's just leave Sayori. Please, nothing creepy. I don't do well with scary things, actually. I hate horror for a reason.
This is a good poem.
Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good.
Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in this space in his spare time? Wait, did she say that? Or did I? Yeah, I said it's not, of course, it's not that good. Do I look like the type of guy to be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me.
Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write all at once, or write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Blake. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to keep me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. She's probably the cutest out of all of them, but I like Yuri better. Sayori. It's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. And yeah. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? That's not always a good thing, dude. Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I'll get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. I think I just popped my jaw. I don't know how. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. I don't know. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Heck yeah, whenever it started to mess up like that, I don't know if it was intentional or not. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Is Yuri always like perpetually sad? That's really sad. I've only had 290 frame drops this entire thing, and I've been streaming for an hour. Last time it was good like this, I had 1,000, and it was Hollow Knight. And I'm really happy about this.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant.
Oh no!
Stop! I hate that so much. That's, I can see it's intentional. I know it's intentional. I don't like it.
Well,
The language, I guess. It was trying to say something nice. Stop it! Monica, son of a bitch. Stop. Sorry, I really hate technology for this reason. Is it's like it's self-aware and does this crap on purpose. I don't like it. It bugs me a lot. And the reason I know it's on purpose is because they're overlapping into each other. I don't think the game would naturally do that.
you mean you have to try that hard and come up with something nice to say?
Thanks, but it really didn't.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
I hate this so much. I hate it so much. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Blake did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Wow, they're just throwing shade at each other. Just throwing shade. It's hilarious. Sorry, I was making sure the thing didn't change. It was 290, not 303 frame drops. God dang it, I'm sorry, guys. And Blake liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Blake appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh. How did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?
I feel really uncomfortable saying my own name and talking about myself like this, even if it is a video game character. I really don't like it.
Are you that full of yourself?
Ooh. Every time. Every time. No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
You... is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Blake started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fights, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Like, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Blake.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. I hate this. I really hate this. I don't like conflict at all, except for like video game conflict. But this is just overdoing. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand? Stand. Okay, it's my S's that are making it go up. Okay, cool. You understand that, right, Blake?
Well,
I tried. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I want a soundboard. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I don't know what to choose, because I want to be friendly with everybody. That's like my natural thing. But I've already chosen Yuri as best girl in this. So... Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
see?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You should pick a fight. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. Yeah, that's the modern day. That's not what happened at all.
That's not happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. There's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody's taking her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Wait, was that 'cause Sayori jumped into the screen? What?
Sometimes, when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she
doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hand and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki!
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Blake. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind. Never mind that. I'm going to make some good tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Did the models actually change from, like, the yesterday thing over to now? Did they? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Blake, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. That is great. Satisfaction level met.
In that case,
We'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Blake, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often?
No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. Okay. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Blake, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is making me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the same situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice. Everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. Another day passed with actually some scares. Okay, so I'm gonna guess. There we go. I didn't mean to click 2. Unending. Melancholy. Vanilla. Graveyard. Cover. Spinning. Incapable. Night. Nope. Disoriented. Fickle. Alone. Wow, she liked that one? That was okay.
That what?
Misfortune.
What?
Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Blake. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Sorry. Emails. Speaking of which,
I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
no thanks.
Eh?
That's not like you at all. Okay, speaking of snack, I am going to go grab some food right now. And so, take 5, grab a soda, and I'll be right back. Man, I gotta tell you guys, it is cold. I don't know if I have any new viewers or if people have left, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get back to the gameplay. So did I save? I'm going to save real quick. I'm not getting off. I've been streaming for just a little bit.
That's not like you at all.
I have one of my managers watching now. Right as the frame starts to drop, right as the frame rate drop goes up. Awesome. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open, and then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill out on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair.
How did you even know? My phone is now messing up. I hate Snapchat for reasons. I have a manager of mine watching, and it's kind of intimidating. And I have to do voices. Oh no.
How'd you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. Sounds like a few people I know. Aaron. And so that only leaves the one option. And I'm messing around. My roommate Aaron does not eat a lot. He may be a bigger person. My manager calls him Big Papa, which is really weird at work. But he doesn't eat a lot. I do. The reason I left is so I could grab a Hot Pocket, actually. It's stuck in the thing. That was embarrassing. Why? That only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri.
Say, tell Blake to let me borrow some money.
That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after back at the freaking fingers. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I never want to hear retribution from these people again. Oh, did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
That's... There's no way you could think that.
You were right.
Oh,
I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
retribution.
That!
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you.
Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But... Hot Pocket. You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. I just got told, don't break the immersion, as they're texting me.
Whap! Ah!
Oh, thank God. This got onto my, this little thing of food from the Hot Pocket got onto my blanket, but it luckily didn't stick to it. Oh, thank God. I just washed this blanket last night because it got sweet and sour sauce on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Just makes a good ol' sound. If you guys could hear that. It's like how my manager at work, refers to something. Out of nowhere, yeah, I already got that.
Ow. What was... a cookie?
Sure enough, that's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle?
It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction. So, ha 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 ha. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. I'm sorry, I gotta look at this one. Oh, so good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
I made the thump sound, and I was waiting for this. I was waiting for the reaction, because I told you my manager's watching. And she sends me, my dick is so big, it's like a baby's arm holding an apple. Okay, I need to not break the immersion. I need to focus. No more interruptions. Oh yeah, and if my roommate comes in, it's not my fault.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, and wraps her arms around her. That's gay. But that's okay, because so am I.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and blah 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 blah. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. That's some shit I would do. Just someone be holding food, I come up, hug them, and I just take a bite out of the food. I did it to my brother once.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori?
Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Yeah, I didn't feel the presence of AI. Ugh.
Where's Monika, anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
I haven't heard anything either. It's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monika... Wait. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
But... Boyfriend? Autonomous AI do not need relations. What on earth are you talking about?
Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that.
Hot pocket.
Can you not get stuck in the foil for 5 minutes? What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. Ha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika.
I don't, really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika.
Monika looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Blake.
Monika smiles sweetly, gets rid of all the other competitors. So what color is Monika's hair? Amber or brown or... Because I'm looking up here on my other monitor, and it's like a reddish, orange, brown, amber color. But on my screen here, it's brown.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Ahahaha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looked like everyone has already settled down.
Hot pocket.
Just need to cook longer next time. I hope you guys can't hear me chewing. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. Eh? Ah, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, no. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. But, to my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea. Weirdest sound to explain this, Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, alright, big cure. A warm job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Blitty. Got beaten by your own program. Fuck you. Yeah, I noticed. Once we get to a new day, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. The frame rate counter, frame rate drop counter is getting higher, and I'm gonna end it here. I think people are getting back. It's 9 o'clock. People are getting off work. They're getting on the internet. So I'll go ahead and see you guys later. Have a nice night. Take 5. Grab a soda, and I'll be back soon.